North Korea's Kim wants fast denuclearization, South's leader says. North Korea's leader wants to complete denuclearization quickly and hold a second summit with Donald Trump soon, South Korea's president says. President Moon Jae-in, who has ended a landmark trip to the north, said Kim Jong-un also wanted U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to visit again. Mr. Pompeo said earlier he was ready to restart negotiations, stalled since the first Trump-Kim summit in June. Mr. Pompeo said the aim was denuclearizing North Korea by 2021. What did Mr. Moon say on his return? Moon Jae-in arrived back in Seoul on Thursday after a high-profile, three-day visit, the first by a southern leader to the North's capital. Mr. Moon said, Kim Jong-un expressed his wish that he wanted to complete denuclearization quickly and focus on economic development. He said he hoped Mike Pompeo would visit North Korea soon, and also a second summit with Trump would take place in the near future, in order to move the denuclearization process along quickly. Mr. Kim had made pledges during earlier meetings with Mr. Moon and Mr. Trump about denuclearizing the Korean peninsula, but there were few specifics and U.S.-North Korea progress faltered. Mr. Kim this week, however, agreed to shut one of the country's main missile testing and launch sites, at Tongchang. This, along with what Mr. Moon described as agreement on a way to achieve denuclearization, appears to have swayed the U.S. Mr. Pompeo said it was on the basis of these important commitments that the U.S. was prepared to engage immediately in negotiations. What else did Moon's visit achieve? Plans were laid out for a reciprocal visit by Mr. Kim to Seoul, which would make him the first North Korean leader to do so. Mr. Moon's trip to Mountbatten was also highly symbolic. South Korea's national anthem opens with a reference to the volcano, while for the North it is the alleged birthplace of Mr. Kim's father and grandfather. Mr. Moon has stated that visiting Mountbatten was a long unfulfilled dream. On Wednesday evening, Mr. Moon and his host attended a show of the North Korean Arirang Propaganda Festival. The South Korean president gave a speech to tens of thousands of North Koreans, speaking both about reunification and the aim to denuclearize the Korean peninsula.